Hi, you're watching ET Markets. Welcome to a brand new episode where we are going to decode everything that's happening in the stock markets currently. I'm Neha Vashishth and to discuss more on this, we have Mr. KRANTHI Bathini with me. He is the equity strategist at WealthMills Securities. Thank you so much, Mr. KRANTHI, for taking out time and joining us today on ET Markets live stream.
Thank you, Neha. Thanks for inviting me on your show to share my market views with you and with all the viewers of ET Markets.
Thank you. So let's quickly start our session for today. And today we are going to discuss stocks in news or focus this week. So I've selected a handful stocks. Let's start with the first one, which is Tata Technologies. So let's discuss about Tata Tech's general outlook. Tata Technology shares also fell today over, I think, 6% due to TPG Rise Climate selling the 1.6 crore rupees shares. So how do you think this block deal could change things for investors, and what is the generic outlook for Tata Technologies?
Yeah, Neha, Tata Technologies, the recent IPO a year back, okay, there was a lot of exuberance and euphoria was there when the
Hmm.
the stock got listed in the primary market.
Right.
And because since the stock has come from the house of Tatas, there was a
Hmm.
lot of exuberance among the investors. And many of the
Hmm.
retail investors are subscribed for the IPO. And from the time of this IPO, there was a lot of it's a popular IPO, I can say. Okay, from there onwards,
Hmm.
the stock was from a range of from the listing price around 1100. From there onwards, okay, the stock went to a low of 600 rupees. Today, uh, at the 664, okay, it touched a
Hmm.
level of 595, 600 rupees. That was the low of the stock. Not significant great results we have not witnessed because of the high valuations. That point of time,
Hmm.
of course, the IPO was fully priced in, and the valuations seems to be stretched. And from the
Yeah.
time of the listing, okay, we have not witnessed any kind of significant fundamental improvement in this company. So that is the reason the
Hmm.
stock has been in a, I can say, in a corrective mode. It almost all corrected 50% its peaks, but it's in a consolidation phase right now. The current corporate action and the exit of a fund can be waived as a neutral because these funds have been invested from a quite a long time. So at an appropriate point of time, they try to take the exit. But by and large, uh, 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 at this point of time, given the kind of current valuations,
Hmm.
I'm not in a hurry to jump and buy these stocks at this point of time. Just wait. I'm waiting for some kind of a positive commentary from the company, or in terms of the in terms of significant improvement in its earnings. So we have not witnessed till date any kind of upgradation of earnings are concerned. So that's
Hmm.
where the major hurdle for the stock. Once there is a improvement in the earnings, once the earning traction comes, that is the time one can look this Tata Technologies as a serious investment proposition. Till the time, one
Hmm.
need to be try to be in sidelines in the stock. Keep it on your watch list because they have a strong business model, but the business model
Right.
also have to deliver. And even though the growth, the growth, what price we are paying for the growth, that is extremely crucial to
Right.
take any kind of serious investment decisions. That's where Tata Technologies has been losing in this front. But keep it on this stock,
Hmm.
given the kind of strong pedigree and also strong business model. One can keep this stock on their radar.
Okay, so just a follow-up question regarding Tata Technologies only. So, Mr. Kranti, we know that Tata Tech shares listed at a approximately 140% premium. It was around 1200 at the time of listing, and then it corrected over over a few months, and we are still seeing it in correction mode. Currently, it's around 664. So, don't you think that a lot of people, because we know that a lot of investors are interested in Tata stocks a lot. So they might be thinking that the stock has corrected so much. So let me just buy it only. So what is your take on that?
Yeah, that's what the point, Neha. As when the stock was listed, there was so much exuberance. and it is
mm,
highly covered and highly popular. But the stock underperformed in the broader universe at this point of time
mm.
till date. So if the investors are already the existing investors, they can hold on. But with respect to
Okay.
the fresh investments are concerned, one need to wait, just wait for the earnings to take the traction. Okay, that's extremely crucial. Even though it's from the house of Tatas with a strong pedigree, but to make any fresh investments, just wait for some kind of a positive uptick in terms of the earnings. After that earnings traction, one can take the stock into their portfolio. Till the time, just wait on for some time.
Okay. All right. So, next up, second one is Reliance Industries. So we know that Reliance posted better than expected Q4 numbers yesterday, and because of that, we did see a rally in the markets as well. Sensex closed 400 points above uh, to that also. So a lot of brokerages are saying that now Reliance shares, could rise further due to attractive valuations. So should investors add Reliance to their portfolio right now because already Reliance has climbed over 12% in just 2025 calendar year. So what is your take on this? Is this a good time to add or the steam has already passed on?
Uh, Neha, Reliance surprised in terms of their earnings, especially the it met the expectations, and the management commentary also quite strong. And the consumer businesses, especially the Geo and the Reliance Retail, these are the segments. Okay,
Hmm.
they are delivered very well, and the market capitalization of the company yesterday touched a level of 19 lakhs crores in terms of the market capitalization is concerned. If we have to
Hmm.
value the company in some of the parts with all the subsidiaries and all, Reliance okay, still looks attractive on a longer term basis, given the kind of size of the company and a diversified business model. Uh,
Hmm.
so, if and on an average, every global as well as domestic broking and research houses are concerned, they have given a potential upside of 15% from these levels for Reliance Industries. Given the kind of a long-term long-term uh, proxy advantage from the demographics of Indian economy is concerned, Reliance is going to take the advantage, and they have done the capex in the past 3 4 years. These
Hmm.
capex yields are yet to manifest in terms of the revenue. That revenue traction
Hmm.
is not coming for the recent green energy and other alternative energy segments where they ventured into. So
Hmm.
that's where the overhang is there, and also the OTC business, oil to chemical business, that has been in a consolidation phase at this point of time. That's what uh, overweight on Reliance Industries in the medium to short term. But whereas long-term
Okay.
investors are concerned, the existing investors, they can hold on. And if any investor want to make any fresh entry on Reliance,
Hmm.
definitely it's a buy on dip stock.
Okay.
There is no need to jump and buy. Okay, whenever there is a downside, whenever there is a dip that comes on Reliance Industries, one can add this
Hmm.
stock for a longer term basis.
All right. So moving on to our third stock, which is Gensol Engineering. So Gensol, we know that is not doing so good due to the Blue Smart and the entire legality of issues that are going on. And ED recently also raided the office too. So what should existing investors do? Considering if we even take a look at the price right now, it's around today it's 81 rupees. And if we take a look at the start of this year, it was around 700 odd levels. So from Jan to April, it has come like the fall is too big. So what is your take on this current Gensol situation? What do you want to tell the investors, existing as well as people who get into investments on the basis of news or anything? What is your one suggestion to people how to basically choose a company, how to understand if a company is going through a legal issue, how to safeguard your capital in the best manner if that person is stuck in that situation?
Neha, it's very unfortunate for the investors. Okay, it's a matter of greed and fear. Okay, when
Mm.
the Gensol was at one point of time, these stocks are the poster boys for the new green energy initiatives and the
Yeah,
EV initiatives are concerned, and also their Blue Smart. Okay, one of the alternative to the uh, green electric
yeah.
cab,
Only EV cab
yeah,
company. Yeah,
EV cab riding apps in India. Okay, even the media used to hype about Gensol, and it was so much popular among the investor. And the price action is concerned, the stock was outperforming. So the matter of greed that led the investors to look into this company.
mm.
But we all know the saga of events that took place. The stock has corrected more than 80 to 90%. Okay, this year, last few months only. So currently, we need to see how the things are going to evolve. Okay, every day some kind of bad news has been hitting the stock. Even in fact, the exit also very difficult. Okay, every day the
Mm.
stock has been continuously hitting the lower circuit. So
Yeah,
it's a matter of greed and fear. Okay, so one need to be very much cautious. Okay, when these kind of newses do hit the frontline media, and when the stock price is going on, it's a matter of price changes the perception of the people. So one
mm.
need to see the deliveries of how these companies are delivering in terms of the quarterly cash flows are concerned. Okay, there might be
Mm-hmm.
profits might be hyped. Okay, but how much the profits are turning in terms of the cash flows are concerned. So these are the things one need to keep in their media, because at one point of time everybody were I can say misled by the hype of these managements. So that's where one need
Mm.
to be very cautious to make any kind of serious investments. One need to see the track record, okay, and earning
Yeah,
traction and the quality of the management, because sometimes everybody get misled by these kind of managements. It's very
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunate. But the exit route also not coming. Just one thing one need to do is observe the things, okay, and if any kind of surprising moment that do, if any case it comes, that the time one need to make a exit.
All right. Next, I want to discuss all the companies that are releasing their Q4 numbers today. One of them is Ambuja Cement. Then we have the Bajaj Twins, BPCL, and Trent. Let's start with Ambuja Cement outlook first, and then we'll move to the other three.
Yeah. With respect to Ambuja Cements are concerned, Neha, the stock is in a consolidation phase right now. Uh,
Mm.
what we expect from the company is, in terms of the valuations are concerned, at this level, the stock looks very attractive given the kind of infrastructure push is concerned. So
Mm.
uh, uh, the results can be positive for Ambuja Cements, but still we need to wait and watch for the final print of the results. But existing investors can hold on to Ambuja Cement. But one thing, Neha, just to tell about the current season is concerned, the earning season started at a subdued note, but it picked
Yeah.
up. There are definitely there are no negative surprises till now. Earning season has been meeting its expectation, except few misses like IT and all, because IT is a consensus view. This quarter can be a flattish kind of quarter. But remaining all the sectors till now, the domestic centric sectors are concerned, they have been doing nicely, meeting the expectations.
All right. Next up is Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance.
One thing, Neha, all the financials are doing extremely good this time.
Mm.
Apart from the uh, Reliance Industries results, one need to look at the banking stocks and financial
Okay.
services. Still, the with respect to the financials, banks are doing extremely good. That is the reason
Mm.
bank nifty is at a high range, and also the nifty could able to withstand the surprising rally what we witnessed from 22,000 level of nifty to till now above 24,000 level. Okay, it's led
Hmm.
by banking stock. Uh, so coming to the financials, some kind of overhang is still there. Depends upon the business
Okay.
model of the NBFCs are concerned. But with respect to Bajaj Twins are concerned, we can expect some kind of a positive uptick in terms of their results are concerned. We're quite sanguine about Bajaj Twins in terms of their financial performance for Q4 is concerned.
All right. The next one is BPCL, and let's also take Trent after that.
Yeah, BPCL, the crude has been hovering around $60 per barrel at this point of time, which is quite positive. So,
Hmm.
on a medium to longer term basis, we are quite optimistic with respect to the oil marketing companies are concerned. It can be BPCL, HPCL, or IOCL is concerned. We can expect a positive momentum to continue with respect to BPCL is concerned. Trend, we had the stock had a dream rally in the past 1 year, and the stock after touching all-time high, we can see some kind of a consolidation. One thing investors need to keep in mind, it's not a I can say the valuations are fully priced in for Trend,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
and with respect to Q4 is concerned, given the kind of a strong consumption theme that is emerging, especially in the kind of apparels and other fashion clothing is concerned, we can expect a positive momentum to continue for Trent also. But the valuations are still stretched for Trent, because the kind of a premium this company always derive, the valuations
Hmm.
always stretched for Trent.
All right. So now we're done with the stocks. Let's also talk about sectors and specific stocks to watch out for in the near term. We all know that the markets saw a very long time, a very negative long time in the last 6 months, and then we got a relief rally, which is now now continuing in the markets. Our Sensex is around 80,000, above 80,300 level, and Nifty is also well below 24,300 level. So, which sectors do you think have could be a better addition for investor who is looking for a medium to long term perspective, and then maybe from short term to medium term also?
In terms of last few days rally, it's a completely surprising rally. Neha, one hand, everybody talking about the geopolitical issue and
Hmm.
rising tensions about a war between India and Pakistan that has been propped up from the last 78 hours. But currently, what we are seeing is markets are yesterday we witnessed some strong rally. We are above 24,000 level at this point of time. But foreign portfolio investors who have been the net sellers in the last
Hmm.
4 5 months, uh, what we are witnessing is the strong inflow of funds. More than 40,000 crores funds has been infused by the foreign portfolio investors at this point of time. That led the
Yeah.
momentum to stay in a positive territory for the markets at this point of time. So one need to closely observe how the tensions, geopolitical tensions that are going to erupt, are going to come up. One need to keep on their radar. At this point of time, to be sector specific, the banking and financial services still looks attractive on a longer term basis. IT,
Okay.
because of the US recession worries, one need to be
Hmm.
little bit cautious. But for a long term perspective, given the kind of strong business model of our IT companies are concerned, of course, in fact, a couple of days back, we do witness some kind of uptick in the IT companies also. So some kind of bottom fishing one can do in IT also, purely because of the long term perspective, not for the short
Okay.
term perspective. What looks attractive to us in a medium to longer term perspective, even in fact for short term also. Today we are witnessing the defense stocks getting rallied. All the defense stocks like Garden Reach, Cochin Shipyard, Mazgan Dockyard, Hindustan Aeronautics, and many of the defense stocks have been BDL, Bharat Dynamics. Midani.
mm,
So many of these, the defense pack is concerned. Okay, these stocks have been rallying. So any dip in the defense stocks, definitely one can accumulate for a medium to longer term perspective. So still for these stocks, there is a strong earning visibility and order book visibility is still there for defense stocks. Coming to the other sectors to look for at this point of time, the domestic
mm.
infrastructure theme is still on. So one need to keep the domestic infrastructure stocks on their radar. And also the engineering and construction also looks attractive to us on a medium to longer term basis.
All right. So before we move to the queries from the audience, let's also briefly discuss about the outlook in markets for this week.
Yeah. Uh, as long as the Nifty is holding the level of 24,000 level, there is nothing to worry. But one need to
Mm,
closely watch changing the political scenarios and rising tensions. That is one key important factor that's going to determine the market conditions going ahead. And also the earning season has been it have not given any kind of negative surprises at this point of time, and there is a strong narration. Neha, the
mm,
narration of markets have been changing quite strong. In the month of Jan, there was a consensus view. Let's sell emerging markets and go back to US. And we have witnessed the exodus of funds that's left the emerging markets, especially countries like India, and the
mm.
fund flow has been to US. And everybody betting on the growth of the US markets, and the narrative has changed after 2 months later, and now everybody talking about US recession. And now there is a strong narrative, sell US and invest in emerging market. And
Yeah.
last 1 month, uh, I was in Dubai interacting with the foreign portfolio investors a month back. Everybody were more enthused with the valuations of Chinese market, and they're more interested on Chinese market at that point of time. And still they were talking to me, Kranti, Indian market valuations are very much stretched. For a medium to shorter term perspective, Chinese market looks very attractive to us. But the narrative has changed in within last fortnight. Now Indian market is the most favored market, and everybody who are negative in the short term to medium term, despite
Mm,
of various things that happened. Today, everybody have a consensus view that India is the best place to hide in this kind of market. So the narrative, the point I'm trying to inform to the investors,
mm.
to everyone, is the narratives have been changing overnight. So that's where
Yeah.
our the crux is. So just wait and watch how the things are going to change by this weekend. Okay, we get a more clarity with respect to the geopolitical tensions are concerned. So there will be a greater clarity by this weekend.
All right. All right. So let's quickly take two, three queries from the audiences and then we can close our session for today. The first query I'm picking is uh, on Mazagon Dock. The user is asking, should I sell Mazagon and Cochin shipyard? I can't read this. I am not able to understand, but profit of 7% that person has mentioned. So,
If
what
he
is
is
your
a
take on? Yeah.
Yeah, if he's a short-term investor, okay, 7% return, he can take some profit from the table, okay, and we don't know what is his entry point also, okay. The stock
Mm,
rallied from a range of 1400 in the last 6 months. So when he's making 100% return, if he entered in the bottom of the stock price, okay, taking some profit from the table, it's not a it's by and large advisable, but the stock, the momentum is on. So watchful and have a strict trailing stop loss. So he can keep the previous high as a trailing stop loss for the proposition.
all right. Mr. Dikshit is asking, hello, should I add Reliance Industries shares in one go or in parts?
Uh, he can invest in a very staggered manner. There is no need to go jump and buy at this point of time. Okay, he can accumulate in a staggered manner.
All right. Another question is from Sunil Taneja. He's asking, please suggest some good fundamental stocks that I can look at for long term. Along with that, Saurabh is also asking, sir, any stocks you believe are worth accumulating at current levels? So I think both of them are quite similar. We can take it as one question.
Yeah, one defense I'm still bullish, but the stock have rallied in the last couple of days time onwards. Any dip in defense stocks, one need to add it can be Hindustan Aeronautics, L&T, BEML. These are the
Mhm.
strong business models. One can add for a medium to longer term perspective. Apart from the Garden Reach and Cochin Shipyard, BDL, uh, and
Okay.
also there are many spectrum of defense stocks. Okay, if there is any dip in these stocks, one can add for a medium to longer term perspective.
Right. All right. One last query I'm picking because during our conversation, you mentioned about financials. So Lata is asking, can I add financial stocks at this point?
Yeah, definitely. Any dip in banking, okay, it can be the public sector or private sector, large cap or mid cap banks are concerned. One can add in the financial sector, especially the banking.
All right. So we are done with the queries from the audience for today. Thank you so much, Mr. Kranti, for taking our time and joining us today on ET Markets Live.
Thank you, Neha. It's always my pleasure to share my views with all the viewers of ET Markets. Thank you.